Hi, welcome back to Steel City Drones. Today is Tuesday, September 24th. And again, I'm putting the date out here because we are talking about the drone ban, potential DJI and Chinese drone ban, and where that stands because everything is changing rather rapidly, going up and down here. So the last we talked about the House passing an amendment that was going to include a ban for DJI drones. And then we've been waiting to see what's been happening on the Senate side. So I was here this morning. We were going ahead and working on our drone mapping course, our online course that we're coming out with very soon. And we just got slapped with a bunch of great news that I want to pass on to everyone here and let you know what's going on. So we found out that the Senate manager has not included Senator Rick Scott's amendment proposal to include a ban on not only DJI drones, but Autel and others as well. That's right. That amendment and proposal is now not going to be discussed or included as part of what's going to be in the National Defense Authorization Act. So what does that mean? And where does this leave us? And why the change? So let's talk about all that right there. Now, what this means, again, is that we know that Congresswoman Stefanik's proposal passed on the House side. But now, when the Senate does vote on the NDAA, that means it's not going to be part of the Senate bill and proposal. So now we're going to have something in the House that says yes, something in the Senate that has nothing with a drone ban. So what's going to happen, like we always have here, is that there's always differences between these different bills. There's going to be a subcommittee that's going to be involved, that's going to iron out the differences between these plans and then finalize the bill for the president to sign. Usually when these things happen, when one passes it and another doesn't, or there's disagreements of what should be in there and not, the things that they cannot agree on are usually left out of the bill. So that's where this is going to stand. So what we need to do, we're going to still, again, this is very fluid. We're going to find out exactly who is on this subcommittee, and so that way we can contact everybody that's going to be in that subcommittee and let our voices be heard again. Because now, let's talk about why this has happened. Now, I can say with a very high degree of certainty of why this is not in the Senate's proposal. It's because of the high amount of public pressure that's been put on not only Congress and specifically senators and the Senate Arms Committee, but also Skydio as well. We all know that Skydio has been leading the charge with lobbyists out there to get drone bans put in place. And that has put a lot of angst and bad will out there, not only on the commercial drone side, but also on the hobbyist side. And besides just commercial and hobbyists out there, we know that a lot of public safety are extremely upset about what is potentially going on there, them not being able to get the best tools for out there for what they feel they need for public safety. So there's been a lot of bad blood stirring up there, and I think really this has kind of come to the head right now. There is a new article on Drone XL's website kind of really spelling out a lot of what I'm discussing right now. And also, they're discussing what happened recently on LinkedIn when Skydio actually came out and said a few statements that upset a lot of people. And I'll read one of them that specifically says, "At Skydio, we have been open and unapologetic that we are 100% committed to a thriving U.S. drone industry. We believe that our nation's critical industries should not be using technology that is dependent on our adversary. Furthermore, this controversy is even gotten more elevated because a Florida deputy manager was recently fired over secret lobbyist work for Skydio. And that really is kind of underscoring the complex web of the special interest groups at hand here. So whether this has been more on the Skydio side or Senator Rick Scott's side, because we know that a lot of pressure has been put on Rick Scott, for example. He's not doing well in his re-election campaign right now. The polls show that he is struggling, and he is struggling to regain his new term right here. So there's a lot of play here. Who knows what's happened? We'll probably never know what's happened. But this is where we are currently right now, and I just want to make sure that everyone does understand where we are. So the last call of action we're going to be doing here is once we find out who's on this committee, we're going to go ahead and let you know who that is, and we need everybody out there that has written their specific senators out there to contact this specific subcommittee to let them know exactly how you feel. Because we all know, as we've been talking about here, we do not want our buying rights taken away from us for what we believe is the right products for us to be able to use and do our jobs. So, one last thing I want to say before I end this video is that the number one question we've been getting for the past week and a half, almost every call that we get regarding drones and people interested in buying drones from us, and asking the question if I buy a drone like this, and a ban would somehow go through, would DJI still warranty and make sure that they're able to support us if we need our drone serviced? And will they honor the current warranties and or the Enterprise Shield plans? And will we be able to get parts to be able to support our drones in the future, like batteries and props? And again, I want to stress the answer to what we tell everybody. Absolutely. Again, any potential ban that would have gone through or now has a very slim chance of going through would not affect current models. We would be still getting the current models would still be coming into the country. We would still be selling the current models for a long period of time. And nothing would change. It would be business as usual regarding all of the current models in the United States. So we don't want anyone to feel have any type of fears and anxiety about if they have anything currently right now, or they are currently needing to buy a drone right now and what they need to do for that. So we don't see any issues on that side at all. So I hope that helps answer that question. So, again, as soon as we get more information, we'll do another update video. And like always, put your comments down in the comment section below, and we'll be glad to be able, if you have questions, we'll definitely engage you in this conversation further. Or you can reach out to us directly. We'll be glad to talk to you. So thanks again for watching. Congratulations to everybody out there. A big thank you for everything that you've been doing. It's made a big difference. We'll talk to you soon.